Welcome back to this channel. I am Nekesa. If you're new here, welcome and please subscribe to this channel. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for always coming back. Today I am going to share with you some of the culture shocks that I had when I moved to Qatar a year or so back. So I have written some of them here and I'm going to read and explain them and also attach some photos if there need be. So the first thing that was a very shocking thing to me was we keep left in Kenya, and in Qatar they keep right. So it's completely the opposite of what we do in Kenya. So an incident happened when I was at the airport. I had to take an Uber to where I was going, and I put my luggage in the boot. Then I went to sit on the left side, knowing that that is the right side for me to sit. Then when I got to the door, I saw the driver and was like, okay, what is this? So they they keep right, we keep left. That was the very first culture shock that I had when I arrived in Qatar. Another thing is their number plate is totally different from any other country that I've seen. It's just numbers and numbers and numbers. They have written something in Qatar in Arabic. I don't know if it is their country or something of the sort, but their number plates are white, like the background is white, and they are written in black and some red. I will find a photo then insert for you somewhere. They do not have matatus. You know the way we have matatus and buses, and they are all over town and all over everywhere. They have specific buses, very big ones, and you pay using a card, not cash. They pay using a card. So there is this card you need to have, then you put some money in the card, then you're going to use it for the bus. It drops you at specific places and picks you at specific places in specific times. It's not like ours, it's anytime you just stand there and wait, and anytime you can get a bus or a matatu. It's totally different from here in Kenya. Another thing is they have respect for the traffic lights. In Kenya, the only places they respect the traffic lights is where they know there are cameras that will take a photo of them if they don't do the right thing. There are policemen who are standing there at the traffic lights so that people respect them. It's not as if we can just respect the traffic lights because they are there. I've seen several times drivers going past the junctions where there are traffic lights, and they just go and it's red or it's blinking amber or something of the sort, and they just go, not thinking of what the other person on the other side is thinking, or if the other person is coming or not. We just go. But in Qatar, policeman or traffic police there or not, they will stay there until they wait for them to continue. They have advanced roads. Their roads are super advanced. Every junction has a traffic light, and as I've told you, they really respect their lights. Then they're just aligned. You know the way our roads are, another lane is coming from this side, people are just going however they want. They have respect for their roads. Their roads are advanced. They have like super highway everywhere. There is no roads that have potholes and these big holes at the middle of the road. They are always making the roads, and they are always advancing their roads, always. Every time I was going to work, I would see somewhere they have blocked and they're trying to do some advancements there. Every single time. Another thing that came to me as a culture shock is they are super clean. Like, the roads are clean, the country is just clean. At least where I was in Doha, so I don't know about like any other place, but I was in Doha and it was super clean. You couldn't see like papers the way we see plastic bags or khaki bags moving around. They are thrown everywhere. The papers for the sweets and all that, everywhere is clean, except the cigarette filters. They are always smoking. They are always smoking. So they have, I don't know if they have a bowl or just a dustbin for the cigarette filters, but you find that just close to where they're supposed to throw the filters, they have thrown down all the filters. I don't know why they do that, because the dustbin is just there, and instead of them pouring the cigarette filters in the dustbin, they throw it beside the dustbin. And there are many, like you can get like 100 or even more at the same place. Cigarette filters, they are always smoking. You are walking, you find two people talking, they are smoking. Others even smoke in their vehicles, very high-end vehicles, but they are smoking. You get inside a vehicle and they're like, this smell is not a smell that I can take. That is the other downside in Qatar. People are smoking, always smoking. Everyone is smoking. Plastic bags. You know, I went there when we had banned, when there was a ban of plastic bags in Kenya. So when I got there and I went to the supermarket and I was packed for, I was super shocked. They don't sell for you the plastic bags, but they put for you, like you can get 10 or 15 plastic bags in your shopping, depending on how big or how much your shopping is. If you have soap, it will be put in a different small plastic bag. If you have food, it will be put in a small plastic bag. If you have this and that, like everything is put according to the category. So each category is put in a small plastic bag. Then all this is put in a big plastic bag. The first time I was given like 7 plastic bags. Small ones, then a big one to carry all of them together. And I was shocked because I know in my country we are told not to use plastic bags, they are bad for the environment and all that. But in this country, plastic bags are everywhere and you are given as much as you need and you're not going to pay for them. Culture shock. The hotness in the country. The air is just hot. You know how you cook? Then when you want to check your food, you open the lid and you get the steam. Like that steam, that hotness in the steam is everywhere in Qatar. When we got to Qatar, when we were alighting the plane, everything was okay. You could feel the heat, yes, but it was not as much as when we got down there, out of the plane. The moment I stepped outside and the heat hit me, I started sweating immediately. And it was not I alone. We were so many and everyone was like, where? That heat. And then we entered the airport and it was cold, very cold. So it was hot because there was no air conditioning, and because there was air conditioning inside the airport, like inside the buildings in the airport, it was super cold. Like you're outside, you're sweating, then you get inside the buildings, you are freezing. I was in there for a while I even forgot that it was hot again outside. Then when I finished the check-in and everything, took my bags, went to get the Uber, again, the hotness. So every time you enter a building, it is very cold. Every time you are outside the building, it's very hot. So when you're going to Qatar for work, for vacation, for whatever, please pack your bags knowing that you're going to feel these two things. You're going to feel so hot at some points outside, and in any building and every building, so cold. Except October, November, December, January, and partly February. It's cold, but not that cold. But still, you will need to put on warmly. And when it turns back to hotness, it is real hotness. Check out the second part of culture shocks in Qatar that I will post in a short while. Please keep subscribing, keep liking and sharing my videos, this one and any other included. See you in the next video.